Hello, soul loves. It's Kimberly with Celestial Juju, and today I'm going to talk about this Gemini full moon that we have going on, and plus the energy that's happening with the rest of the transits. And then I'm going to dive into what it's for the collective, and then what it's for you personally in your sign. And before I go any farther, I want to thank you all for the new subscribers. If there's anything that you all want me to talk about, I can do anything metaphysical that you have questions about. You can ask me. And you may want, and the art, and those who have commented on the art. Yes, it's my art. I am an artist. I am a visionary artist, and I do really trippy stuff. And I will say that this is between me and what I did with my own artwork and blending it in with some AI features. So it's the two combinations of it all together in my crazy mind. This is what I see in my mind now that you all know what I see. I have that my natal Mercury is in Scorpio, so I can see all kinds of dimensions and things that happen. So, with that, as we dive into this, speaking of Mercury and the ruler of Gemini, why do I have beavers running in the artwork? Because this is also known as the beaver moon. That is its traditional name. Supposedly, it came from, first the first people of this nation that I live in, United States. And in honor of that, and this whole week, that what we call Thanksgiving here, which was supposed to be a celebration of, the invaders, the pilgrims that came and took the land from the first people, and supposedly they had a big dinner together and honored each other, which was probably really the Europeans celebrating the fact that they took over somebody else's land, and they had to run like this. So with the things happening in the world, I just this is what came out of my mind. So with that, the beaver itself is about adaptability too. And the beaver, this time of year, the reason it's called the beaver moon is because it's when the beavers lodge, the lodges that they have created, that they created for their sustainability, to live in, the changes in winter, it's like they have to move their lodge or go, down deeper with their lodge and they have built this lodge for the winter and to bring all sustainability to it. And sometimes they're on the move because of this, looking for more sustainability. So I just felt like it's like, yep, what's happening in the world. This is what's happening in the world. Okay, so with all of that, I'm going to dive into what this energy is about, what it's about for the collective, and then I'll come back around to your sun. So as we approach this Gemini moon, it actually comes in on the 27th. So it's the cosmos is poised to shed light on hidden truths. It's an initiation of transformation, and it challenges us to set healthy boundaries in relationships. And this the full moon is 4 degrees of Gemini, and it's exactly opposite the sun, which is 4 degrees in Sagittarius. Okay, so it's illuminating aspects of our life that have remained in the shadows. And astrologically speaking, the event offers a unique blend of energies that will affect both the collective and the individual. So the power of the Gemini's dual nature. Gemini is the air sign. It's mutable, so is it's mutable. Okay. So it's known for its duality, its ability to navigate the realms of communication, ideas, and information exchange. It thrives on conversations, the exchange of ideas, and the quest for knowledge. This full moon encourages us to embrace our own duality, allowing us to see the different sides of the situation and to gain deeper understanding with the energies. So Mars, the planet of action, motivation, joins forces with the sun in Sagittarius during this full moon. This alignment ignites a strong desire to move forward with enthusiasm and vigor, and as though we have a cosmic push behind us because it's behind the sun right now. Okay. Well, I just lost my place. Urging us to pursue our goals and our ambitions. However, it's essential to channel this energy wisely and not to rush with impulsive decisions. Sagittarius is the quest for meaning. Sagittarius represented by the archer seeks the meaning and understanding on the grand scale. It prompts us to explore questions related to spirituality, philosophy, and the deeper purpose of life. The sun's present in Sagittarius during this full moon underscores our desire to embark on new adventures and to expand our horizons. The influence of Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, plays a significant role in this full moon's energy. It's also currently in Sagittarius, and Mars is going into Sagittarius on the 24th. So if I have this up before then, but that's the energy. We've got both of these. They've been in Scorpio. The two of them have been together in Scorpio. Mercury moved on into Sagittarius on the 10th, and now Mars is following on the 24th. Okay. So not only that, Mercury is also moving into the shadow because it's got an upcoming retrograde that happens the 1st of December. Not the first day of December, that week. I'll come back and do a whole thing on that. So this means that Mercury's energy is heightened, but it's also intertwined with Neptune's influence, creating a square aspect between the two. So this aspect may cloud our perception, leading us to uncertainty and deception, of feeling that we lack the full story. What's really happening on Earth? What's the full story that's really going on in the 3D? It's a reminder to stay vigilant and discerning during this time period. So Saturn is the planet of karma, and it's navigating its own challenges during this time period. So it is the planet of karma, lessons. It squares the moon. It squares the sun, the Mars, and Mercury during this full moon. Okay? Not This aspect asks us to confront our limitations and restrictions, particularly in those imposed by our relationships and our environments. Saturn's energies call for interperspection, and a reassessment of our connection with others. Are they uplifting us? Are they aligned with our path? Or are they holding us back? So Pluto's transformational influence with this, the moon forms this harmonious trine with Pluto, and it's the planet of death, of rebirth, transformation. This aspect offers us an opportunity to let go of the old, release the karmic patterns, and undergo profound personal growth. Pluto's energy supports the shedding of outdated layers to make way for new beginnings. Venus in the South Node and karmic relationships that the influence of that, where Venus, we just got through coming through those eclipses. So this is the first full moon since the eclipses. So now it's accumulation of the energies. So Venus is the planet of love, relationships. Currently resides in Libra, is the conjunct with the South Node. The South Node represents the past karma, the unresolved issues under this full moon. We're prompt to examine our relationships closely. Are they in harmony with our spiritual and emotional well-being? Do they drain us of energy? Setting the boundaries of making decisions that serve our highest good is necessary during this time period. The upcoming Gemini full moon is a powerful cosmic event, and it encourages us to seek truth, to embrace transformation, and to set healthy boundaries in our relationships. It's time to reflect upon the people, the connections that support our growth, and those that may be hindered by it. By navigating these energies with mindfulness, introspection, and open communication, we can harness the transformation of full moon and move towards a more authentic, fulfilling path. As you prepare for this celestial event, take time to meditate, to journal, and to reflect on your relationships, setting the intention to release what no longer serves you. Remember, the truth can be liberating, and this full moon provides opportunity of define freedom and align to your highest purpose. Embrace the energies that come with this full moon. Illuminate your path to your own greater awareness. So I'm going to come back and do a whole thing, a ritual for you all. I'm going to call it a ritual. It's journeying. It's what crystals, how to use the alchemy of this energy. So I'm going to do a separate thing for that. Okay. It's going to unveil the alchemy of the energies and what we can use with this. So this celestial dance, that we're urged to listen to our higher selves with this energy, and to trust our intuition, and to refrain from rushing into action. Instead, find the balance and remain discerning, and embrace the wisdom that comes from inner reflection. This Gemini full moon may illuminate your path. May it illuminate your path and guide you towards deeper understanding of your cosmic journey. And we also just came out of that Mars Kazemi. So go back and watch that, and what that 2-year time period reset is for you. And I also did a for the week, for this whole week, and what the energies are. So it's to each individual and what all these transits are for this whole week, and leading up to every day of this week, all the way up to Sunday, of what the energies are for that for each day. So you've got that too to go back to. So now let's go into all signs here. Okay, all signs. So I am Kimberly Crow. I am a Western astrologer. I am a shamanic astrologer. I innately have the ability to tap in to the transits and the planets, and that's what I do. So we're going to start, because I'm using whole sign system for this energy analysis. In anybody's energy analysis they do with this, listen to your rising sign. Your rising sign is what your soul came here to rise to be in this lifehood. And you have to know your birth time to know your rising sign. So there are people that can help you with that. I can actually help you with that. I've had people do shamanic birthing journeys and find their birth times. Okay. Sun, it's your birthday. It's what you reflect out into the world. It's what you shine out into the world, and it's what's shined back to you. It also can represent male authority figures in your lifetime, in your chart. And I don't have my microphone plugged in. Okay. Your moon is your emotional IQ. It's how your emotions and how you reflect your emotions into the world, into relationships, and how you assimilate the mind through the emotions. Okay. And it can be a nurturing aspect, and it can, or where you want to be nurtured, and it can represent mother in your chart. It can be your own mother in your chart. Okay. So here we go. Aries, you're up first. I just do that because it's chronological order of the zodiac wheel, so it's just easier. Okay, Aries, you're having this full moon in Gemini in your third house of communication. So, this Gemini energy for you in this third house is really connected, to this. So, the big picture of the zodiac wheel is, since Mercury rules communication, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Okay. The big picture in the zodiac wheel is your communication, your mindset, and it's your local arena. Third house is people around you, your local arena, neighbors, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, anything that's in your regular everyday life. So the energies that may be coming up for you, are you happy with this location? As the full moon does, it's going to bring up something to fruition or manifestation for you for clarity. It could be clarity around, where do you want to live? Are you in the ideal place? Is this what you want to do? Is this the neighborhood that you want to be a part of? Do you still want to live here? You could be taking some short trips during this time period. That's awakening for you in some way, that you get big aha-has. It's also the house of writing. And you could be wanting to write books, blogs, anything writing. Okay. Writing and transportation is what this house is about. So, it's more the everyday stuff. You may be looking at your commute back and forth and what that is for you. Um, you know, what's your commute to go run errands? It's just like you don't want to do this anymore. Okay. So you may be finding yourself quite busy during this time period. And when we have illumination in our third house, we lots of times we have a lot on our plate. We're doing a lot every day. It feels like things are could be really big, even when it's little things, because there's so many plates spinning, but they all add up. It's like it all adds up till you've got a lot going on. So be aware of that and make sure that you're really pacing yourself, and that you're not burning out during this time period, and that you're not over giving. There's a sextile that's coming in from this full moon to your energy. So remember that this Gemini energy feels like to move really quickly, that you're going to want to move quickly, but so does the Aries energy. So be careful, especially with that Mars making a conjunct to the sun and opposing the moon. Be careful when you drive. Be careful in the shower. It's like, be maybe instead of saying careful, I should be conscious with your moves, a little bit more than usual during this time period in the places that you go. Okay. Pay attention to your surroundings and not doing quick actions yourself, but how are you blending in with all of the rest of the doings? So go a little bit slower during this time period. You're going to want to go fast, but take a breath, stop. And when you feel yourself moving too fast, then take a breath and stop. Pay attention if you're having accidents, because if you're having an accident, then that's showing you're moving too fast, or you're not conscious with your steps. Okay. That there's something that needs to be cut free. So we're this Sun and Mars in Sag. You're probably feeling inspired and revved up and, rearing to go. But during the full moon is in your ninth house of adventure, expansion, and long distance travel. So you could be signing up for a new course. You could be getting inspired to travel. Some of you might book some kind of trip during this time period. But you're definitely getting lit, the fire in your belly for something new, for an adventure. So your message from Spirit, Aries, is What's the outcome that you want to have? Maximize your energy by intention, because where intention is where the energy flows. Okay? So breathe. Don't forget to breathe, Aries. Taurus, you're experiencing this full moon in your second house of material security. It's about your inner value, what you value, your money, what your money that you have and how you value yourself. This house is of earned income. It's where your values, your self-esteem, your sense of deserving, your sense of worthiness, your prized possessions, your assets. Materially speaking, when you have this full moon here in your second house, you have fruition and accumulation and sometimes endings. The full moon endings and new beginnings sometimes come close together. Something beginning, which tells me that you're going to be, it feels like a new income stream coming in for you. You might not be happy with the amount of money that you have been receiving. And so set your intentions on not the lack, but what it is, that the value that you want to receive. Okay. Like the more money, the more you receive, and the more you receive, the more money that comes. That type of energy. You may get bug up your butt to start your own business if you're not already doing that during this time period. So it could be a really exciting time for you, Taurus. It could be around your values, your self-esteem, your self-love, and because it's because that is the basis of what we earn in this 3D world. So it's like an expansion. It could be expansion of that and a gathering of that, awakening. You could have an epiphany during this time period of knowing what you truly deserve and what you've been settling for. Okay. Like, you could decide to raise your prices if you are self-employed, or walk away from a job because you know that you're doing more and that you deserve to be valued. Okay. So this moon energy is going to cross. It's across from the sun. Anytime we have a full moon, it's across from the sun. And Mars is in your 8th house, which is other people's money. It's shared resources, it's partnerships, it's power, it's intimacy, it's sexual, it's emotional intimacy. It's the house of power where we shed our skin. It's where we have transformation, and it's where we have rebirth, death, and rebirth. Okay. So with the sun and Mars here, it's lighting up your desires to have more of whatever wealth is to you. So, Taurus, however you see the comforts and the material security that you want in the world, especially as it relates to investments, it could be loans, it could be taxes. Some of you could be doing your taxes around this time. So you're going to be assessing all of that and where you want to actually go forward into next year as you end, this year. Okay. So there could be some cutting ties to some partners during this time period and setting some boundaries with like I said before, with full moon, sometimes that there are endings that come with that. You may notice what's draining you and what's actual resources and what's taking your energy and changing all of that energy. So, Taurus, your message from Spirit is wipe the slate clean. There's something here to clear, and it's a time to start with brand new beginnings. So you get to choose what that new beginning is. And this full moon for you, it's about you. It's your moon, Gemini. It's happening in your first house of identity. So it's about you and how you are in the world. It's the house of self. It's the house of I am. It's where you declare spirit in the world, who you are and what you want others to see you as and how you see yourself. This is your sense of self. This full moon here, something is coming to full term here. Okay. You could be starting a new role, whether it's personally or in relationships or professionally. You could be receiving a promotion. What are you thinking about? What are you seeding your intentions for, and what are you ready to bring in? What are you ready to have here for you during this time period, during this full moon and the activation of this? So this is a time for you to receive this energy, the manifestation, and letting go. Could be of a relationship, and you could be feeling like you've just had enough, and it's actually a death of ego. Okay, you're shedding your skin. You're a new person now, and you're not the same person that you were before. So across from your first house is your seventh house of partnerships, relationships. So this is where the sun and Mars is in Sag, are lighting the fire in your belly. So it's a sense of identity in your relationships. Who are you in that? Who are you truly? Are you bringing your new self to your relationships? Are you still being seen as some old aspect that you're still playing out? How committed are you to your partnerships? If that's clients, it could be anyone that you've committed to. So how do you, it could be spouse, it could be clients, whatever your partnerships are, professionally or personally. So where Mars is here in Sag, you're being encouraged to take risk in your relationship realm, and to take risks, to come out more, to be more expressive to the people of how you truly feel. So, Gemini, your message from Spirit is, are you ready? Are you ready? You can do this, and whatever it is that you want next, believe in yourself. This is about self-belief, and this full moon makes a conjunct um, with your with different planets or points. Then we have this conjunct. You're on the same page of the energy, and it may feel like that energy is intense, but this is that intensity is encouraging you to shed light on this, and to know that you can meet your responsibilities and your commitments through the eyes of who you truly are, Gemini. Okay, Cancer. You're experiencing this full moon in your 12th house. It's the house of the mystic. It's the place of retreat, rejuvenation, reprogramming your subconscious mind, letting go of old stories. This full moon could bring some quiet moments of reflection, and it's a sense of receiving unconditional love from the divine. With the sun and Mars in your sixth house, you are inspired and motivated to make changes in your wellness routine and your work life. Cancer, your message from Spirit: don't overdo it. You are a cardinal sign, and you can get very directed and disciplined about something. But then, even when you overdo it, you've piled too much up on your own plate, saying yes to everybody, too many people. Be diligent with your responsibilities, with your commitments, and how you truly feel. It's like, what are you overindulging in? And look at your habits. It could be, that one night of too much of in taking all of the spirits in the world, and then you really feel it that next day. So pace yourself. That's what the message is about. Pacing yourself, prioritize, release self-doubt and your perfectionism, and enjoy the process. And remember, everything is a work in progress. And it's time for you to take care of your well-being, Cancer. Okay, Leo, you're having this full moon in your 11th house. So that's your house of friendship, supporters, alliances, groups, causing group causes, organizations that lift you up, that support you, that vibe with you. It's the house of your tribe. It's the house of your long-term gains financially, and your hopes and wishes and dreams. It's a beautiful place to have ending and a new start as you release, and the new accumulation that's coming in. It could be something that's wrapping up for you because it's no longer on your soul's path, and it's opening doors, and it's opening a room, and it's opening a pathway that you could receive a real full awakening during this time period. It's a sense of receiving unconditional love from the divine. And this Gemini energy can be sparky and light and fun and social. So, across from this is your fifth house, where Sun, Mercury, and Mars is hanging out in Sag right now. And you're feeling the fire of new inspiration, motivation, and discipline. The house of creativity. You may make changes in your work, your health routine, or your daily life. So, Leo, your message from Spirit is go for it. It's your time. There's a new opportunity, an offer for you, and claim it. Embrace your inner child's playful spirit. And if you have your own business, you might be doing your work differently. If you have a new job, it could be something shifting, or there could just be a new vision in it. Okay, so it's a new opportunity for you. Claim it, Leo. Claim the new opportunity. Okay, Virgos. Virgo, you're having this Gemini full moon in your 10th house. That's your house of career, your life purpose, your fulfillment, your legacy, also your retirement or your semi-retirement. This is a house where you want to spend your one wild, precious life. Is it? Is this what you want to be doing? There's a part of this energy that's giving you permission to go a little wild. Okay. Sometimes that's not always easy for you, Virgo, because it's like you are meticulous with stuff and you're devoted, you're disciplined. And so many things can change. And just let loose and let it all flow. This is where you're going to have some sort of accumulation and ending or manifestation in the area of your career. Some of you will start a new business. Some of you will wrap up a business, maybe your work, a job. Some of you will retire in some way, leaving your job. The Gemini new energy can bring in new ideas, new information, and it can be very sparky for you during this time period. It could really inspire you. You also receive some inspiration around Mars and the Sun in Sagittarius. Fiery inspiration. Go do it. Make a change. Make a change in your fourth house of home. So it might be that you move and that, or you're thinking about moving, or you're thinking about where you want to move to. It could be some change in your home environment and the way you relate to people. There could be some beautifying and some remodeling that's going on, and a strong urge to relocate. You're receiving a square from the full moon in your energy, which means that you'll possibly feel pressured and tension to make some sort of action. And the square is going to motivate. It motivates us. They light fire under our butts. Okay. So, because you have Saturn in your seventh house during this full moon, the Saturn is making a square to the full moon. You could feel some pressure in relationships, and it could be authority figures like a boss or a father, for example, that's coming through and perceiving in some way or controlling you, or you're feeling pressured or controlled from this male authority figure that you've allowed to be a male authority figure in your life. Okay. It could be your son. It could be anybody. It's like that you have gave them this role, or they have taken this role. So your message from Spirit, Virgo, is to collect yourself. If you need to pause, rest, go within, get clarity from your higher self. And most importantly, if you have to say something to someone, stand up to someone in a relationship, say what you need with love and compassion for yourself and for them. Okay. Libra. Libra, you're experiencing this full moon in your ninth house. It's your ninth house of expansion, of spiritual beliefs, of higher learning, new scenery, long distance travel. This house is being opened with new possibilities, new horizon, fresh new beginnings, and elevating your spirit to a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to have this energy right now. You're getting a trine from Gemini energy to your energy. So it's like the wind at your back, like being on the sailboat. Okay, whatever preference it could be for you that you're selling towards, moving towards, you have that support. It's there for you, it's supporting you. People waiting on you, people giving things to you, people treating you with, you're parting the seas. It's like there for you to walk through. You could be doing some sort of new learning program during this time period. You could be graduating. This is accumulation of something ending, something new. You could be graduating from some sort of program and deciding what you're going to do with that next. It could be you leaving religion behind. That's the house of your beliefs and all of that. This could be taking a new course in something metaphysical and deciding what are your true beliefs and not what you've been conditioned by the rest of the world, what really lifts you up. Okay, so as you're having a lot of energy here in this full moon, the sun and Mars and Mercury in Sag, it's going to bring a lot of fire to you, a lot of inspiration, elevating your emotions in your third house of communication, your regular everyday environment, your immediate environment. So it could be relationships with your neighbors, siblings, landlord, those around you in your environment, your local networking connections. So, or, communication, writing, that could be coming up for you during this time period. What's lighting you up in communication? What are you getting ready for? What do you want to see different and new with your goals? So your message from Spirit is, are you overdue? You are. You're overdue for a win and a break, and it's time for you to get that break, Libra. It's time for you to get a new beginning, a new start, a new prize. Something that you feel like's a win, that it's a victory, and it's time for this victory to be you. This is what Spirit's got for you, and that's what's ready to be handed to you. So with that, there's also a doorway open here. Well, I said communications and writing with that Gemini energy for publishing. So if you've had something that you've been wanting to step forward with, that there's energy is here to support you with this. Okay. So this is really good. This is really good for you, and how you're going to communicate and how you're going to be seen and what you want to step into, Libra. It's all there for you, the support. Okay, Scorpio. Happy birthday to those of you that have Scorpio here at the end, and celebration that you made it through Scorpio season, because it's been a hell of a season, hadn't it? You're used to deep diving into intensity. So it was an intense time period for you during this last, with all of these different transits that's been there for you. So where are you at now, and what are you ready to move into? You're like coming up, ready for adventure with this Sag energy. It's like you're bursting through the water so that you can see the sunlight, or through the cave that you're coming up to coming out to see the light for a moment. So this full moon is in your 8th house. So, that may not be the lightest house, but for you, it is your home house. And it is actually where you transmute the darkness into light. So use your alchemy with that. So this is a house of power for you, asserting your power. This is a house of intimacy for your emotional connections, for your deep emotional connections with others, physically and sexually. It's very deep energy in your resources, what you share with other people, your investments, your taxes, your loans, your debts. It can feel like a heavy energy. That shared resources. It's your shared money house. So Scorpio, this Gemini energy during this full moon can bring you lightness, because we have the Sagittarian energy and in the sun with Mercury and Mars in the 2nd house, which is about that's your other money house and your self money house, bringing some fire. You've got some fire coming into you, into your second house of values. So, of all your prized possessions, any assets, your earned income, that's all in shelter for you. All your material things that bring materials, security and safety to you. It's a sense of comfort. It's being well physically, stuff that you can touch and feel, including your money in your hand, what people buy you and things that you want and what you receive with that. With the sun and Mercury, Mars in Sag, they're lighting up these areas for you, so you could be getting some new ideas of inspiration, fire burning in your belly. You could feel ignited to do something different, to make some money in a different way, new jobs, or just feeling like you love yourself in a new way. You could have a whole new level of sense of deserving and self-love in this area, Scorpio, because what you've been through, you have shed the skin during your birthday season, and you are running around now ready to bear it all and claim it. Claim it. That's your message from Spirit, is to claim it. And the answers would come as soon as you claim it. Know it's your birthright to feel wonderful and that to be true to yourself. Okay, Sagittarius, hello and happy birthday to the Sagittarius. It's time for you to come into this energy, this full moon in Gemini. It's your full moon. So here we have the sun in Sag, also with Mercury and Mars. So you're really feeling this energy, especially if you're, born early in the season, because it's like right on top of you. Okay. For those of you that are Sag rising, your whole first house is lit up, and this could be well awakening your energy because of the sun and the Mars and the Mercury there. It could be a time for you to really shine your light in this. And with that full moon is happening in your seventh house of committed partnerships, clients, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, adult children, anyone that means a lot to you. You could have spoken and unspoken commitments here. In that full moon where it's happening, there's accumulation and manifestation and ending. And it could be ending of relationships. And with that, new beginnings come at when, things move out of your life. So there could be new people coming in that's going to be sparking new partnerships for you. And this energy could, with Gemini, it could be spontaneous. It can be very synchronistic energy. Things are happening in magic moments. And it could be really beautiful if this happens. And it could bring healing about partnerships for you, especially if that's what your intention is. So with all of that sun energy across from that in your first house and the Mars and the Mercury there, you're focused on your identity, your role, what you're playing at work, your personal life, in your family, and with your friends. You could be getting a new job. It could be starting a new business, anything with that you have a title in, or a personal professional level. What you're calling yourself could be changing. A new identity coming in of what you reflect out into the world. You may even change your appearance during this time period. Get a whole new look, dye your hair purple, whatever. Something fun and quirky. New clothes. It could be a whole new wardrobe that you're like, okay, it's time for me to express this. And you're cutting ties with the O identity and how, and it may take a while for other people to see you through that because you already know who you are. And so now it's like, what have you been for other people? So your message for Spirit during this time period is, Spirit is saying that you may feel like a brand new person, and it's time for you to step into this, to really feel it and to shine that light out into the world. Capricorn, you're experiencing this full moon in your sixth house of daily health, wellness, what you eat, how you move your body, your work, your schedules, your routines. It's very much a health house and very much of how you feel happier in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit. So there's something happening for you in the terms of what you're accumulating and what you're manifesting, and it could relate to a job of some kind. You get in a new job or letting go of a job. So this full moon, it's also, it's always endings and beginnings. So there's something that you've started or something that you want to start on a physical level. It could be a physical routine, change your diet. You're going to have light bulb moments around all of this and what this energy has been doing for you, and that what you're ready to stretch into. Maybe it's yoga of a morning. Okay, so there's something in your wellness that's going to help support you in your everyday life, work, and your structure of your schedule. It could be changing even where you work, working at home versus working in the office, in the hybrid of that, and the terms that you have that's coming with that in the situation. So it's like your world has changed a lot lately, and now you have more room to be flexible. So be flexible, be flexible. I know sometimes for you with that being ruled by Saturn, that's not always there. So yeah, it's something starting fresh. So where is that fire burning in your belly, and what is it activating for you? So the 12th house energy that's here for you, that you've got going with this Mars and the Mercury and the Sag lighting you up, you could be cutting some ties with an old story, an old narrative, and an inner narrative about yourself, about your life. And that could be really beautiful. That's like spiritual house. It's a house of depth in that way. As we reprogram, it's your subconscious house. As you reprogram your subconscious mind, you can go into retreat, and there could be a mystical awakening for you during this time period, because it's the house of the mystic. So you could really have illumination during this time period, and receive some sort of aha of what you're truly here for and what your destiny is. And you could have a realization around your life and how you do your life and how you see yourself, and this inner dialogue that goes on in your life. So it's an opportunity to change your inner dialogue and start doing some affirmations, or start listening to some guided meditations, reprogramming, even while you're sleeping. It could come in during that time period. So it could be an inspiring time for you, because this is the imagination house, and it's where you create a whole new vision for your life. Create a vision board, anything like that, that you can anchor this energy in, that's here for you. So your message from Spirit is divide and conquer, and do it in a way through your spiritual self, not in a negative way. New energy while you go into this, explore this 12th house energy, and let some of the mundane rest, so you can explore the deeper aspects of yourself. Okay, Capricorn. Aquarius. We know that Pluto is going to be moving into your house, and all into your sign, and that you're going to go into this new age of Aquarius. So it's time for you to be prepared for it, and everything that you do in these last few days until that time period in January is setting you up for that. You're having this Gemini full moon in your 5th house of play and adventure. Your inner child is delighting to be playful and to be connected. This is the house of delight. You're full on, you're unbridled, you're creative. You're giving that child within full permission to make mistakes, to get messy, to get a little wild. Aquarius, this is your house of pleasure. It's where you go out, where you do fun things. This Sag energy during this full moon is really encouraging you to do that, to light that fire in your belly. It's also your house of children, And so with the full moon here, you could find out that, you're pregnant, you're creating. It's the house of creativity. So whatever that is for you, whatever it is that you're birthing, it could be a book, it could be a piece of music, you know, something that's ready to come out and to be shown to the world. So it's about freedom as a signature. So with Gemini and Sag energies, they both want freedom, and you're feeling the real yes to freeing yourself in some way and giving yourself what you know that you want. And this house of true love and romance is a house of, it could be the house of dating. You could be putting yourself out there online in the world, fixing your profile and what you're going to say yes to, what comes across your way. So it's your world, and doing that and setting your intentions on what you want in that way. So the moon and the sun with Mars and Mercury in Sag is in your 11th house of friendships, community, and causes and alliances. This is the social networking house. It's a house of support and where we join groups and like-minded people. It's the house of your tribe, as hopes, wishes, and dreams. It's the house of fulfillment and happiness. It's also long-term gains financially. So where are you fired up? This Sun, Mars, Mercury energy is lighting a spark for you, the drive, the motivation to create in this area of your life. You could be thinking about investments and some long term goals. There could be this energy of others in your tribe that's ready to support you. Okay. So take steps to receive that energy. Some of you might be spending your holidays with like-minded friends to boost your energy, your heart, and your heart energy. So you're getting a trine from this full moon, which is a positive energy flow that has, the support at your back. There's nothing you really need to do except to just get out on your sailboat and flow with it. Let the wind be at your back and get out there. So your message from spirit is to go with the flow, one step at a time. That fifth house full moon is luscious for you, in that all that creativity and the energy of the lusciousness is there. So see yourself through the luscious being that you are and receive all of that. Receive all of that, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, you're having this full moon in your fourth house of home, family, and childhood conditioning. This is where this is what may manifest for you during this time period. It's coming a full circle from the mid-June period where you set your intentions and where you planted your seeds. And during this full moon in Gemini, it could have something to do with closing something up, changing or shifting your home. You could be moving. You could be getting a new home or releasing an old home. This could have to do with your family, and it could be how they see you in your origin of family, what they created, what you created for your own children. Example of your childhood conditioning and healing from the turns of something that happened to you when you were really young, and that was a wounding for you, and now it's healed and you can move forward, allowing yourself to be in this positive empowerment. So Pisces, in your 10th house, this is your career, your fulfillment, your sense of meaning, retirement, legacy, and semi-retirement for some of you. But it's how you want to spend your own time, and where you're more what's passionate for you. Where is that energy at? It's the house of your vocation. It's where the sun and Mars and Mercury is in Sag during this time period. So it's something that's being lit up for you, something that's being highlighted in areas of your career, fulfillment, and meaning for you. So where you're going to feel inspired, Pisces, you could really be thinking about that. What's brings up in your identity, how you feel about yourself, how you want to use this life force energy in your career. And with the Mars and Mercury energy in the sun being conjunct, You'll really be thinking about some kind of new inspiration, and you're very creative, Pisces. So, and you're very artistic. So that's time for that to flow and to let your inner designer, your inner artist really speak to you through you, giving you a voice and giving you new ideas and getting new inspiration. Your message from spirit is, what have you had? What have you had it with? What have you done with, Pisces? This Gemini full moon making this square to your energy, and it's bringing this tension and pressure for you to get activated and just to be done with something. Okay? So take action, move away from that, and be done. Be done with it. Let go of it. It's time for you to let go of anything that you've just had it with, and bless it for the lessons that it brought to you and the energy that's there. So we made it through. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Know that you have the power to protect your own peace. You do that by going in to your sacred chamber, connecting to the energy of Gaia herself and the love that she has for you, that you came to earth to celebrate this and how much she celebrated you. Connect to your own destiny and what that truly is, and step forth with that energy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for incarnating into a DNA skin suit and being the gift that you are to humanity. This is Kimberly with Celestial Juju. So like, share, do all of those things that make my numbers do stuff. I appreciate you all so much, and the support that's there, that the energy. So ask me questions, make comments, and I will see what spirit has to bring in for you all. So I'm going to do a follow up um with journaling prompts, crystals, and all of that stuff. Go check out the other videos that I've done. If you are in the United States and you are having what we call Thanksgiving, may you be blessed, and watch the video for the week that tells you what every day is and what those energies are. So be your divine self and dance in the light of your own beauty and reflection. May you be blessed.